Welcome back to another JK Mobility class. Today's class, we are in the shoulders. We are working on shoulder flexion, the action of bringing your shoulders to an overhead position. It's very important. I mean, if you have shoulders, it's great to be able to do that. But if you're an athlete, you work, say you're a CrossFit athlete, or if you go to the gym, any kind of overhead position, or either do handstands, anything like that, shoulder flexion is where it's at. That's what you need. So in terms of props today, the only thing I've got is a stick. If you have a stick like this, any kind of stick will work. A mop handle, a broom, anything like that. I'm sure you got something like that around the house that you can grab. Let's start with shoulder cars. We'll start with our right shoulder. So I'm just going to go to a tall kneeling position here. Actually, I'm going to go collapsed kneeling. If you can go tall, if you want to go tall, no worries. Left hand to the belly, right arm out to the side. Take a breath in. Create a bit of tension through the body. Right palm up towards the sky. Sweep across your body as far as you can. And start reaching up towards the sky. From there, palm away from you to rotate that shoulder as you start reaching back behind you. The hip will land at the side. You'll know you're still internally rotated if the knuckles are facing the side of your hip. Kick back again and then switch that rotation, palm up towards the sky, and keep trying to rotate more as you come back across the body and back down. One more time, across and up. Rotate palm away from you and continue trying to rotate more as you reach on back. Land your hip, kick it back again. Open palm up, reach across and back down and switcheroo. Left arm out to the side, breath in. Create some tension here through the body and let's go. Drive across and up. Palm away, let's rotate and reach back. Land your hip, kick it back again. Open up, across, and back down. One more time. Sweep across and up. Rotate and reach back. Land, kick it back again. Open up, there goes my stick. Across and back down. Come back here, let's go. We're gonna go into the right shoulder. We're gonna work right shoulder flexion first. So I'm gonna be in sort of like a collapsed sort of tabletop position here. Right shoulder holding onto the stick. So I'm gonna come down to my left hand and I'm on my knees here. Now I wanna find a position with this right shoulder. So the higher up I go, the harder this is gonna be. The further down the stick, the easier this is going to be. I want you to find a position with this stick where you're keeping the arm nice and straight, the elbow nice and straight, chest facing straight down. When I try and lift this shoulder off the ground, you see how I can lift off there? I don't want to be able to lift off. I want to find a position where I'm pretty damn close to lifting off, but I just can't. So right here, if I walk my hand up that stick just a little bit more, I can't lift off. So that's the position I want you to find. And once you found it, try and find a stretch here through the armpit, through the lats here, by sinking that chest down a little bit and take a few breaths. So we're going to do some isometrics here. The first action is going to be driving that stick down into the ground. And when you do so, you want to feel sort of under armpit, lats area contracting. The reverse action of that is trying to lift that stick off the ground, contracting top of the shoulder here to lift off. So we're going to go for about 20 seconds and we're going to build our way up to about a 70% intensity today. All right. So let's take a breath in. And when you breathe in, pack that air down in your belly. So squeeze your belly and then start making tension throughout the rest of your body. And now lightly start pressing that stick down into the ground. We're at about 20% intensity. Let's build up to 40%. 60% intensity through the whole body. Find 70% and hold 20 seconds. Driving down, really feeling those lats and armpit area contracting. Keep working, we've got about 10 more seconds. When you reverse direction, keep your body exactly as it is, just reverse direction, try and lift that stick off the ground. In 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift off the ground. Keep holding, 20 seconds. Keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And as you relax, can you sink a little further down into shoulder flexion? Keeping the arms straight, sinking that chest down. and take a few slower, deeper breaths. Okay. The next one we're going to do is sort of like passive range hold, this next one here. I guess it kind of is actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to be down to that end range position. Then what I'm going to do, so you'll have to sort of see, I'll show you a different angle in a second here. What I'm going to do, I'm contracting my shoulder, trying to hold in that position, and I let go of the stick, and I just hold. I hold for about 5 seconds. I grab back on, get myself back up to that end range, and repeat. So what I'm doing there, when I release the stick, obviously if you let it, the whole thing go, it's just going to come crashing down. You have to grab it each time. When I'm holding the stick like this, I'm just going to release it and just take my finger like this. I'm making a little circle around the stick so it's not going to go anywhere, but that means the stick isn't actually helping me to hold my shoulder in that position. I'm using the shoulder to hold it up there. All right, we're going to do 10 reps for 5-second holds. So let's get ourselves to that end range position where we can't get any lift off. And now contract the top of your shoulder, try and hold it right there, and then make that little circle with your finger and release the stick and hold. Keep trying to lift that shoulder up. 3, 2, 1. Grab back on, walk your hand back up the stick if it came down at all. Contract top of shoulder and make that little circle, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, contract and release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, walk your hand back up, contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset, contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset, again, contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go 3 more. Contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go 2 more. Contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 more rep. Walk the hand back up. Contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, very good. We can do 1 more from this side. I just want to show one little tip as well for when we're doing these ones, these passive range holds or the lift offs. Try not to flare your ribs out. Try and keep them nice and contained, ribs drawing down, because when you don't have that amount of shoulder flexion, if I go from here, if I flare my ribs out, you can see how much more I think I get. I'm not actually getting any more shoulder flexion. I'm just extending my spine. So try and keep that packed down there. Try not to let that extend out. We'll do 1 more for this shoulder and we'll catch up the other side. So now what I want you to do, exactly the same, find that same position, but now I want you to walk your hand down the stick a little bit. I want you to find a position now where you can actually lift off the ground. Just an inch or 2, not a whole lot here. We're going to do 10 reps. All right, so find that position, give yourself a little test rep. And then for me, that's already a pretty good spot right there. And again, mindful of not flaring those ribs out. All right, let's take a breath in. Create tension and lift off and down. Lift off, back down. Lift off, back down. Lift off, 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 down. 3 more. Lift off, down. Lift off, back down. Lift off, down. Lift off, back down. All right, very good. Let's switch sides. So we'll start with those isometrics, the pails and rails, and then we'll do those next 2 as well. All right. So again, try not to let the ribs flare out here. A rounded upper back is what we're after. Find that position where you can't lift off, which for me is about around about there. Once you've found it, take a few deeper breaths. Trying to find that stretch. Again, lats, armpit area by sinking down a little bit here. All right, so we're gonna go 20 seconds. I'm gonna build up to that 70% intensity. Let's take a breath in, create some tension, and lightly first, digging that stick down into the ground. Build up, build up, build up, get to that 70 and hold. Three, two, one, reverse. Top of shoulder contracting. Keep the arm nice and straight. Three, two, one, and relax. Can you come sink into that stretch? Nice slow breathing in between sets here. All right, so we do the holds next, where we make that little ring with the finger that the stick will sit in between. All right, so walk yourself up that stick, find that end range position. From there, contract the top of the shoulder, try and hold in that position. Nice rounded spine here, don't let the spine extend forward, and release, make that ring and hold. Nice and straight. 3, 2, 1, grab back on, walk the hand back up the stick, contract and release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, contract, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, squeeze, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, squeeze, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on, again, squeeze, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Squeeze and release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more rep. Walk hand back up that stick. Squeeze, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that's hard work. All right. So you got the lift offs next, and then we'll finish with some nice gentle shoulder cards. A nice, fairly snappy class today. All right, so we're going to do 10 of those lift offs. And again, you want to find a position where you can get just that little bit of lift off, and that's going to mean walking your hand a little further down that stick. All right, so give yourself that little test. For me, that's pretty good right there. Take a breath in, good brace, create tension, and begin. Lift off, back on, lift off, back on, lift off, on, lift off, back on, lift off, back on, lift off, on, lift off, back on, lift off, on. 2 more, lift off, on, 1 more, lift off, and on. All right. Let's come back to that kneeling position. We'll finish with some shoulder cars, and we're all done. Left hand to the belly, right arm out to the side. These are nice gentle ones. Just see how that shoulder feels after that work. Let's drive across and up. Find that palm away from you and reach back. Land, kick back again, open up. How does this overhead position feel? This is what we worked on. How does this position feel from where we started? Do that one more time. Pay attention here. When you reach up overhead, you turn the palm away. How does that position feel? That's specifically what we were working on. Drive back, open up. Again, how does this one, when we come to the external rotation, to the flexion position, how does that one feel? Back down, let's switch sides. Two on the left side as well. Palm open, sweep across and up. Turn that palm away from you and reach back. Land at the hip, kick back again, thumb up towards the sky. Keep that rotation going as you come to that overhead position and back down. Again, pay attention. How does this feel from where we started? Reach up, palm away, rotate and reach back. Land your hip, kick it back, open up, across and back down. And all done. That's our class for today, everyone. Good work in there for shoulder flexion. Take this one regularly if you're an overhead athlete or if you just have shoulders and you want them to work better. Let me know how you went. Love some feedback from you. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Peace.